Good morning, good evening. Well, let me start this off properly. All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I hope y'all are well. I'm Bryce, and welcome to Thank You for Everything, a podcast where I interview my friends about themselves and the things they love. Today on the show, we have indie internet music viral sensation, Juliet Ivy. Having recently released her EP Playpen, debut EP Playpen, Juliet has carved a bubbly, introspective lane for herself in pop music. From the nihilist indie bedroom rock pop anthem We're All Eating Each Other to the tiny liquid-dnb beats of Lug, a bop, Playpen manages to capture an absurdly wide range of topics, textures, and themes in an efficiently, meticulously constructed pop universe. I'm so excited to dive further into the inner workings of her process and life. So without further ado, Juliet Ivy, pull up, bro. Hey. Oh,
hey.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so the way this is gonna work, give me some space. The way this is gonna work is I got some questions here that I'm gonna ask. And normally the layout is like we talk about like career, then art, and then life, just like in that sequence.
Love.
But there will be many tangents.
Okay.
And I am kind of looking to make this as freeform as possible.
Okay.
So, all right, over the time we started talking about doing this interview.
Yeah.
Not only did you finish an EP and put it out, but you also managed to make it go silly willy viral. And like watching that come up has been insane and beautiful and like very inspiring.
You.
So
thank you.
Let's talk about it.
Shall we?
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the success of the EP?
Unreal and like dissociating. Yeah, it's like wild. And like I still haven't processed it because it's like just weird. It's like on your phone and you're just like, what does this mean? But then when it starts to like become reality and like bleed into actual real life things, it's like really, really crazy and wild.
So it doesn't feel real.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all numbers on the internet is where you were at.
Yeah. And numbers have never been like the thing for me. So it's like, what feels real is like being in a show and like having people sing or meeting people and talking to people who love the music. Like that's like the real part.
Yeah.
So this and like all the like congratulations and stuff, they're weird because I'm just like, what? Like I just don't even know what this is. Like I'm like, it just lives on my phone.
Yeah.
Like,
there's like no physical representation yet of the thing. Well, actually, have you...
started, yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, have you had any like transitions from like the internet virality into like the real life yet?
Well, yeah, on the but like I had a show on Friday. That was 2 days after like that super like viral moment, and there were so many new people there and like they were singing the song, which was just crazy. And like people came up to me before and after and like wanted to meet me.
Like randoms?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Brand new people who said they found me from the video.
Oh my God.
Who actually came to the show. So like the fact that has like translated from like to get like real people to come and like really see me is crazy, and it's like the best feeling.
That's so sick. Have you had any like, because I was at that show and it was bananas.
It was dangerously packed.
I've never seen that place more packed.
It was literally a fire hazard. It was so scary.
Have people been like coming up to you like on the street and stuff like that?
People have been recognizing me.
No way.
I'm serious.
You've been getting recognized?
Yes, I'm serious. No, yeah, people have been recognizing me.
No way.
Yeah.
Any like, all right, give me a little story.
Like at this brunch meeting, I was like leaving and we were passing the host desk, and then she was like, wait, are you the girl who sings about dying? And I was like, oh my God, yes. And she was like, I love you. And she was like, I hate everyone, but I love you. And I just saw your video and I sent it to my friends, and like I just had to say something because I love you and I like, you're amazing.
Dude, that's so sick.
I know. It was like it was the wildest thing.
Yeah,
ever.
So now it's starting to feel
and
real.
Even before the show, like on Friday, on Thursday, I went to someone else's show at Baby's All Right because that like booking agent had invited me and my manager, and the bartender at Baby's literally goes, I just saved your video and I'm coming to your show tomorrow.
Dude.
Yeah, it was like so wild.
That's
I was
so
literally
sick.
like, I was like, shut up. That's what I said to him. I literally go, shut up. Like, it's just not real.
Bro, I love this though, because like ever since meeting you, I was like, you were built for this. Like the whole like people coming up to you on the street and stuff like that. Like I feel like you have
my favorite thing literally ever.
We were literally just having a conversation the other night about like what you would do in like an interview setting like a Jimmy Fallon setting.
Oh yeah.
And we were like watching like Jimmy Fallon run things and stuff. This was like, I guess during it blowing up, probably. Yeah, like during it blowing up. And you just had it like dialed.
Yeah.
Like you just had it dialed. And
I know.
Because
I was talking about how like I don't like my pet peeve is in those interviews when they're like boring.
Yeah, and we were like watching them and you were like, this is so boring. And I was like, Juliet, you do it better type shit. And Juliet was like, watch this. And I was like, that was significantly better. Actually, that was significantly better. I love that it's like finally like coming to fruition. Did you know that like that would be the song off the EP?
No, I didn't. And like, but the thing is that one's my favorite because it's like,
oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like genuinely the most me ever. And it is weird. And I don't know a song about it, but like I wanted to write a song about it. And like, even like, it didn't really even feel like, I don't know. Like we like decided to make other songs singles because they were like more universal or like we thought they were more just like reachable for people. But yeah, it's just so amazing to actually realize that this is actually really relatable, even though it's like a weird thought and it's like a weird chorus to start, we're all gonna die, but it's literally the most universal thing. It literally is. It literally is. We are all gonna die. Like even concepts that seem super like more universal, like a love song or something, there are probably people who haven't experienced that type of love or something like that, but like this is genuinely the most universal topic. But it's just like what's not super universal is that there aren't that many songs about it.
It's like talking about it isn't universal.
It's like it's what inspires me the most, these types of topics, and like being existential is just like that is what I want to write about. That is what I journal about. That's what I write in my notes. I don't really like other things are boring to me. Other concepts are boring to me. So I was just like so glad that actually reached people because it's so affirming, if that's even a word, like gratifying. Like, this is really me and people really like it.
Yeah, that's got to be so validating. Like being like,
that was the word. It was validating.
This is me. This is myself. Like this is and like people are like, yeah, absolutely. This is also me.
Yeah.
I relate to this.
Exactly.
And like, I think that's so telling, just like in the world of like storytelling and songwriting, just being like, being yourself all the way is the thing that works. It's so satisfying. Also, lyrically, oh my God, I'm so excited to get into this. Hold on. I'm gonna skip ahead. What is your lyric writing process?
Well, first of all, lyrics are just my starting point always, like literally always. And I don't really like to do melodies until I have my concept.
Yes.
Because everything comes from the lyrics for me.
Got you.
So they're usually just like random journal entries of just like thoughts I was having, or I just got inspired by like something I heard and I was like, oh my God, yes. Or I'm like sitting on the subway and I'm just like watching humans and I'm getting really existential and just like journaling about that. Like that's what this song was.
You were on the subway?
Yeah, I was on the subway. And I was feeling really weird that whole week. And I was just like looking around at other humans. Whoa. And I was literally just like, where the fuck are we going? Why are we doing this? What is this? Like I was just getting like, literally, what do we think we're doing?
Yeah.
I always get like that. Like it's just society is just like crazy to me because it really is just our way of filling our time to feel like we're like really doing something. Yeah. When like actually coming down to like the atoms of like what this actually is, we're just like part of this like earth and this nature. So sometimes I just get like that, and I was just like looking around and I was getting really weird, and then I started journaling like about like the ego and like what's the point of this, and just like at the end of the day we're all gonna die. And like I literally had like this like huge notes, like I literally have it in my phone. And then I had a session.
So you'd be like journaling on your phone, like you're like running these. Oh, that's
always.
So good. That's
like literally
good
always. Yeah. Or I have my notebook and I'll write it on paper. I literally did it today on the train and I got inspired by something. And then when I get into a session, I like open my notes and I see what I have, because like I don't want to start without my concept because the lyric is
Yes.
just everything.
Yeah, I remember you doing that. I remember you doing that in our session.
Yeah.
The first time. Juliet was my first like session outside of the in this new era. It was terrifying.
Yeah, it
but
was so
Juliet was
fun.
great.
Yeah.
That's so sick. I was
Yeah.
kind of like wondering what was happening there. What's up?
Yeah.
How has like the sudden popularity and like pop off? Do you feel like it's changed that process at all?
Oh no,
for you?
never.
Or like how you relate to writing music?
No.
That is so sick.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's so well. Because my follow up to that was like, so this is the second verse. This is in the second verse of we're all gonna we're all eating each other. So we paint our face with intellect, pretending we're not curious, too busy, super serious. Don't have the time to do what we like. Baby, look at the sky. Is such a bar about like
Thank
just
you.
like kind of like re-grounding yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like as an artist, it's so easy to make like for everything to feel of maximum importance, especially like numbers and things that don't actually like mean anything. And it's so lit that that's the song that popped off. And like, and I guess I was wondering like how it affected that because
It's like
that
it's
song,
like ironic.
it is ironic, and it's also beautiful that you've held on to like that vibe.
Oh yeah, totally.
Because I was just like, I would not hold on. Like I would freak out. Like I like as like my career sort of like ticked up.
I
like,
really haven't like freaked out yet. I've just been like like I don't even know. Like I've just been like going ahead. Like because I'm just proceeding as if I would.
I was excited to ask that question because it seemed like it just had not affected you
Yeah,
at
I
all,
know.
which was so lit. Like we were just like doing normal as shit. Like you'd come over and watch Love Island. I'm just like, yeah, that video just got like 2 million views today. So I don't know what we're doing here, but hell yeah. And like you just like randomly.
Because I want to watch Love Island. Like I want to
so
live my life.
Sick. Yeah. And I think that like what you were talking about earlier about kind of looking around and like just coming to terms with society.
Yeah.
When I hear you talk about that, that sounds super reminiscent of somebody who grew up in New York. Where it's like
no,
the fucking
literally.
cradle
No, it's
of
like
it.
literally. In every meeting I've talked about this week. Like it's everything. Like it has. This is literally why I'm like my kids will grow up here. Like it's just like the most special place ever because it's so true. Like it is the mind of someone who's grown up here and who has like genuinely gotten every piece of like inspiration and like personality and identity like from this place. Like there is just it's nonstop of like information you can take in and like new things to see and new pieces of inspiration. Like it's this is why it's like my home. Yeah. It's everything. It sparks so much. It's just now my brain is wired to just notice every single thing in New York and live it to the fullest, which is why I love life. Like I love living.
Yeah. I think that's clear.
Yeah.
Being around you, I think that's clear. And it's contagious as well. Like it's super just like wee. Like, you know
is wee energy. Yeah. I feel like my life is just wee. Like I just want
oh my God.
I want to be wee.
Yeah. Just a constant state of wee.
Yeah, it is. That's why I stay up late. Like I don't want to go to sleep. I'm bored when I sleep. Like I don't want to sleep. I want to live. I want to be awake.
I'm bored when I sleep.
I don't want to nap. Like I want to be alive. Yeah, it's like my favorite thing to do. Yeah, it's so New York. I know. It's just the best. Like it's what this place has made me, and it's just the most special thing ever. That I just am never gonna stop being grateful that this place exists. It's home.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think I've noticed being here as well. It seems like super welcoming of like just whatever you want to be at all
Exactly.
times. And like a lot of native New Yorkers I've met have an energy of just like calm, like weird amounts of calm, and then just like the weirdest little things that also like that they do is like, no, this is just like what
it's just
I like to
me.
that's what I do. So
because it's never been not okay to do whatever you want here.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, what was the most like holy cannoli moment since like this song has blown up for you? Has there been one, or are you just kind of like taking it in? It sounds like you're kind of
there is one. There is one. It was that someone showed it to someone who I love.
No way.
And they loved it.
Are we gonna talk about this off camera?
I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't know. I don't know the vibe.
But I think we get the vibe of
just
what you're trying to.
Someone showed it to like someone I looked at, like my literal like my celebrity crush of like childhood.
No way.
Yeah. And he said he loved it.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, and it's a real thing because this was a very important person.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. I think I know who you're talking about. And
You
my
do?
mind is blown. I think so. I might be wrong, but I think so.
No, yeah.
That's bananas. How
Yeah,
have
that
these
was
meetings-
wild.
How have the meetings been going and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
just-
Again, I'm sure you can't talk about
No. I don't know if I can, but I don't.
no NDAs, no problems.
The meetings are like crazy because they're like in offices I dreamed of sitting in and stuff, and like, and it's not just sitting there, it's them actually being so excited and like just saying the most incredible things about like me as an artist and the music. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. Like it's wild. But also it's like there's so many of them that they start to bleed into each other, and then I start to dissociate and I'm like, what's going on? But while I'm sitting there and while I'm experiencing it, I'm just so grateful, and I am honored to sit there in front of them and just to be known by them.
Damn.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're actually like having like a really healthy mindset of this. When did you...
people have been saying that. Like in the meetings, they're literally being like, how are you handling this so well? Like,
okay, I have a theory, and the theory is that you've been waiting for this you've been prepping.
True. I'm like ready.
Yeah. When was the first time you remember being like, oh, I want to do this professionally?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know you could. So I was like a baby, obviously, like when I watched American Idol with my family. That was like my family watched American Idol. It was like our show. So from that such like young age, I already was just like, this is my actual dream of life. But I didn't know there was like...
How early was this? Like how old were you?
Like as early as American Idol started when I was like 1 or something.
And you were like, then.
Yeah.
that.
No, but like literally as soon as I was like able to think thoughts, I was like, I'm going to go on American Idol.
Do you remember when you wrote your first song? Like, do you have,
Yeah, it was like called 1 in a Million.
Damn.
And it was literally like saying that I'm 1 in a million.
Really? It's just you on ball mode, like just like like
I'm like I'm 1 in a million. I don't know. It was inspired by Hannah Montana.
Oh, sick! How old were you?
I don't even know. Like definitely less than 10, but I don't know what age because I have a horrible memory.
This is what's crazy. So like my first songs that I have like family videos of like me singing about my dinosaurs and stuff like that. But then there's like this period between like my parents filming me because I'm cute and me recording things on my phone. Yeah. That just like doesn't exist. But I've seen videos of you.
Yeah, I've showed you
from
videos.
Baby. And it's so
yeah,
sick
because I had an iPod Nano and had a camera. It was like 4th generation iPod Nano, the first one that had a camera.
Crazy.
And my parents got it for me, and I literally abused that camera.
Yeah.
Like I love being on the camera. I love filming myself. Like, and it's still to this day. Like I film everything. So I would just take videos of myself singing. Covers and originals.
Yeah, bangers.
Bangers.
And the camera angle, it seemed purposefully just like was always like here, and it seemed like you would like
because I like want to be in it as much as possible. I'm like, look at me.
Look, it was so good. It was adorable because I feel like you'd like have moments where like get like a better angle, and you'd be like,
yeah,
be like no, like pull it in.
It's so true.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right, wait,
those were like
American
my
Idol.
earliest. Yeah, so American, I was always just like, I want to go to America because that's what I thought
that's how
the music industry was. I don't know. I didn't know what the music industry was.
Yeah.
I just knew there was American Idol. Like genuinely, my parents aren't in music. Like no one. We just didn't know what that world was. Yeah. And my high school like wasn't an art school. It was a super STEM-based school. So I just wasn't very aware of like what the music industry was.
What was your favorite class in school?
Like chorus, but that wasn't even a class. Like, I mean, the only music class they had was like AP Music Theory.
Holy cannoli.
It was the hardest thing
Did you take it?
Yes.
Yo.
I know.
Damn, you were committed, bro.
I know, because I wanted to do
shit out of that.
Because I just wanted to do music.
That's
and it was
so sick.
Yeah, but it was really hard. Like I had to like
it's like AP Physics, AP Chemistry, AP Music
No,
Theory,
it's
or
like
the three brutal ones.
so hard. And I
Yeah.
had to like meet with my teacher once a week privately because I genuinely couldn't keep up. It was so hard.
Dude, I have so much respect for that.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But then I had this like what is it? I think it was just creative writing. I really like that. Like I just I always loved the writing stuff. Hence like the lyric focus and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were my favorites. But there just weren't that many like arts things. Like they didn't really teach us about the music industry because it was a STEM-based school.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always dreamed of it, but I didn't know it was a thing. And then like in the college research process, I was like introduced to Clive.
Wow.
The Clive Davis Institute at NYU, which is a music program. And
Extremely exclusive music program. Yeah.
Crazy.
Like 50 in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wild. And I just did an early decision application and I got in and I was just like I can't even explain my reaction when I got in. Like
what? Because I kind of know sort of the ins and outs. What was the application process like?
it was like it was so eccentric because it was Clive. It was like, what playlist would you bring to the moon? And you had to like send them a Spotify
Crazy.
playlist.
What?
And then you had to choose one of the songs and explain why you would bring it. It was like another essay just about like why you want to be like a music entrepreneur, I think. And then like a 5-minute creative sample video that kind of was like pretty open-ended, and it was just like, show us like your creative sample. So like, again, I didn't know much about the music industry, but I like wasn't as involved in music as I could be. Like I did like an open mic once a month, and I performed like in like the cultural shows at my school. There would be like people would do songs and dance and stuff. So like I was part of like the Hispanic Cultural Club. And yeah, I would just like sing. So I like sent videos of that, and I like had a couple
Would you
songs.
sing in Spanish?
Yeah, like in those shows.
That's
yeah.
so. Give us your background, your cultural.
Oh yeah,
background.
I'm half Colombian, half Chinese. I've never met anyone with that mix.
I also have not.
Yeah, it's very special to me. Both sides are just everything, and it's very special that I'm both of those cultures. They're the best.
It's so sick.
Yeah, so I would like.
All right, go on.
I would like participate in like those shows and like sing as much as I could. So I kind of just showed Clive that, and then I had written like 2 songs, so I showed them those, and
Sick.
and I had like
What were you playing at the talent show at the open mics?
like covers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite cover that you would play?
Once we did Best Part by Daniel Caesar.
Oh.
And it was like, I literally just watched that video today because I was like going through my archived Instagram, and it was so nostalgic. That was like probably my favorite. And then we also did Umbrella with like the full band by Rihanna.
What?
And it was, it was really fun.
At an open mic?
Yeah.
You full band Umbrella Rihanna at an open mic?
Yeah.
That's so lit, dude. Are you serious?
It was like a mix of okay, so it was like people, like there were regulars at it. So
Yeah.
like Sam went, and like people from my
Iconic.
high
Shout out
school.
Sam.
So
Yeah.
we would like prep some things, but actually that was not prep. That was literally just like go. Yeah, it was really fun. But yeah, I would show them that, and then I mostly like just show them like I really want this, and like I have like the potential and like the drive to like get there. Like I wasn't there, but I just really cared, and I will work really hard, and I was just so honored to be accepted. Yeah.
Were you writing songs before Clive?
Like barely. Like I had never done a session. I didn't like know what that was. I wrote 2 songs by myself, and then like my vocal teacher's like friend produced them. Like it was like I just didn't really understand.
Yeah.
But I had those 2 songs, and like I just thought that was like cool. I had 2 songs. But yeah, then like I got to Clive, and then I actually learned like what this is and like how people do this, because so many people were coming in with experience and stuff.
That must have been so daunting.
No, it wasn't.
That must have been so daunting.
I was literally like, fuck. Yeah.
Fuck. Crazy.
No, I was. Yeah.
So you're like,
But
Fuck.
yeah. And I was like honestly frustrated with myself in the beginning because I like really wanted to be good. And I was like, I'm not good. Like I was just like, yeah, I was like behind. I felt behind.
Oh,
and I
that's
was
so
like,
sick. That's
yeah.
very you. I feel
No,
like.
yeah. And then I like just did sessions with my friends. Like I started doing like writing songs with Jacob and like for class and
Shout
stuff.
out Jacob
like,
Jeffrey on
Yeah.
Spotify, starting a new band soon, so keep an eye out to that.
the best person ever.
Incredible producer.
Yeah.
Produced Zoom. Do you want
Yes.
to rattle off? Has he produced other things for you besides Zoom?
Not that
My
are
Little Pony?
out. No. Well, actually, yes, he did do Proud on My Little Pony, but that I started that with Alejandro.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I did like sessions with my friends and like I just like want to be good. And so like in addition to working with my friends and like having fun, like literally such fun times, I just like started DMing producers on Instagram and asking them
This
to
is
do
during
sessions.
Clive?
Yeah.
Dude, you are so baller. Like that, like you have the drive is unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just like, I was like, I have to do this. Like,
Yeah.
and I was so scared too because I was like, I'm not good yet. And I don't want them to think I'm not good. But the way to get better is to just do it. Yeah. So I had to fucking do it.
Whoa.
And I just did it. And I like DM'd like so many, like dozens of producers in New York. And I just like started doing sessions with the ones who got back to me. And I was so grateful. And then I just was like hungry for it. And I was like, get better, get better, get better, get better. And like, then I really discovered the lyric love that I have. Like, I just was like, wow, this is it. And like, it just all came down to concepts. And like, Jeffrey really inspired that. Like, he worked
This
really
is Jeffrey
hard.
Eli.
Jeffrey Eli. He works really hard on like concepts and is super smart. And like, I just fell in love with lyrics and I fell in love with concepts. And ever since that's been like my starting point. But yeah, I just like started doing those sessions, like weird, wild.
Insane. What? Like, I just think to like that energy of I'm bad right now, but I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna get good is so inspiring. And like, I would say like translates to whatever anybody is doing.
No, yeah, literally. It's like the only way is just to do it. Like you can't be scared of being bad because you can't be good unless you're bad first.
Yes.
That's
I think not like I might be talking out of my ass here, but I think like men in particular, there's like a vibe of like you're allowed to fuck up. There's like a lot stronger vibe of like, oh yeah, like go try, fall over, like eat shit type thing. So I feel like especially as a woman, like just running that shit.
No, it is. It's
terrifying.
Way scarier.
Yeah.
It's way scarier. And it's also like honestly why I was scared to do live shows for a long time because I almost was just like, sometimes when like men like are more kind of like pitchier or like it's like a style.
Yes.
But if girls like are pitchy, it's like,
absolutely not.
They get like destroyed. Like
dude.
People don't fuck with that.
It's
and it was
crazy.
And that's scary. And like we should be allowed to be singing however we want. And like,
I have not actually thought about that. And
no,
you're
it's like
so
I notice it like at shows. It's like a vibe. Like
for sure. Dude, there's like entire music genres
Yeah.
built off men being bad at singing. And it's just and it's like I'm like Midwest emo, like I eat that shit up. I love it. But like
but you don't really see that for girls.
No,
like
like
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's so true. But yeah, I just was like, let's fucking do this and let's get better. And I still feel like that. And I still want to get better. And I still want to do as many sessions as I can and just get good.
Yeah, and I've seen that drive. I've seen that transfer into so many areas of your life. We just made a Christmas album that y'all will never hear.
Yes, we did. Our friends and I. Our friends and I.
Our friends and I.
Oh, our friends and I.
Yeah.
Our friends and I.
Beat that up.
Our friends and I made a Christmas album just for fun for us to listen to like over the holidays and like everyone just sent in something that they made and Bryce and I made a little cover of
but I would like to say that you were extremely on top of like pushing people to do that and like making it happen and like from that to like the TikToks to like whatever, like your grind is absurd, bro.
Thank you.
Like you're on. So then you're cranking out sessions at Clive. You're getting good. So what are your like top 3 takeaways from Clive?
Oh, okay. Like lessons or just like things that I've brought with me?
I think you should answer that how you feel like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the biggest one is like my friends.
Yeah, you got a solid group of homies.
Yeah, I feel like it's like family, and like I just found people I love so much. Yeah, and I couldn't do anything without them. So that's the biggest thing. Next would be someone said this, I think, in like a lecture, or maybe I made this up, but I think this was in a lecture, but it was just simply like do what you want was like the lesson. And now anytime anyone asks me like the best advice, it's like that.
Yeah,
because
I mean, write a song about death. Like,
yeah,
'cause
like
you want to.
I literally take that with me like in everything. And that's why I love my life so much, because I just genuinely follow like what I genuinely want to do, not what I think I have to do, not what I like feel like other people are doing, not what I feel pressured to do, like just what I want. It's like it's so much more powerful than you think, because it sounds so simple, but we like you'll catch yourself like not doing it. And like it's just so important. Like it will lead you to the right place. Like,
dude, I mean, like especially in like art in the music industry and stuff, I feel like there's like a million voices all the time like, yo, you need to be doing this,
exactly, you need to be
like,
exactly, but like
time.
genuinely do what you want. Like yeah, I just like can't emphasize it enough. Like it's just, you can't do this unless you're like really being yourself, and being yourself is doing what you want.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I think it's so easy to get caught up in so many like traps and like
Yeah.
cheats or shortcuts and stuff, but I feel like just the only way to make good music is to like be honest. And as soon as you start doing silly willy stuff, it's kind of like, oh, it's immediately see through.
Yeah.
And then like on like the artist side of it, like if you're doing stuff you don't want to do, like it's unsustainable.
Exactly.
Like you can't keep
The only thing that's like forever is you. So
Yeah, straight.
just do that.
damn.
Yeah.
And even that's not forever.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. So
it's,
I've heard
it's our
this.
forever. In this lifetime, it's our forever.
It's our forever.
So yeah, and then
Damn, that's beautiful. It's our forever is so sick, dude. Go on.
thanks, cutie. And then third would be just like, yeah, I would say it's like just the fact that I still stayed here. Like the fact that Clive was in New York made a huge difference
Yeah, that's
for
beautiful.
me. I like grew into New York even more going like being like in my 20s, like, and if I had gone away I would have like grew into another place. So I was just, yeah, it's perfect.
I just have so much not only respect for that, but like I guess like a certain amount of envy isn't the word I'm looking for, but I think it is beautiful to stay in the same place and get to know an area.
I haven't left, like I literally have always lived here.
That's sick. Did you move? Did you do an exchange?
Yeah, I did abroad.
Yes.
That's the longest I've ever been away from New York in my whole life.
How was that?
It was literally like life-changing. I went to Berlin, first of all. I studied abroad there, and
How
it
old
was
were you?
I was 21, and it was literally the best experience of my entire life. Like, I'm so inspired by just the energy there, and I've just brought it back with me, like the freedom and like the fluidity, and just like,
Damn, compare Berlin to New York.
oh my God, they're like just so different.
Yeah.
Like there's like no similarities. Like it's like crazy. Berlin is like a puzzle. It's like you actually have to discover things about it. Like on the outside, it's just so gray and like mysterious, and like
Facts.
yeah, and even like the people in the street, you're kind of just like, what is this? And then in the night, it just like comes alive, and like I've just never experienced like such like ecstasy like in like the nightlife of Berlin, and just looking around and being like, everybody is actually doing what they want right now. Like everyone is here because they really want to be here. In like American clubs, it's just not like that.
Dude, American clubs are hilarious.
Yeah, it's like actually no one wants to be here.
Dude, everybody looks like they're having the worst time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everybody looks mad as hell.
Yeah.
Hella.
They're
of
just
the
like
time.
there because they're like, okay, we're like going out tonight. But it's like to go out in Berlin is so much more than go out. It's like, it's a spiritual experience. It's literally like an individual self like experience. It's for yourself. You're experiencing the music for yourself. You're there for yourself. You're meeting people for yourself. It's just like so freeing. You can do whatever you want. It's so beautiful because there's like no phones, there's no cameras. That
Is this
was
in
like
most clubs?
this is in like every club.
There's no phones, no cameras allowed in the club. That is such a good idea.
I know.
You know how many goddamn places
I know.
everywhere, like all over the world, are just plagued by like.
It's literally like it's you're going out to like take a photo that you're out, or like this is what I mean. Like there's genuinely no reason anyone would be in the clubs in Berlin unless they really want to be there.
Dude,
because
that's so
there's
sick.
no one to show. Like there's no one like you're literally just there for.
Bro, we need to run a Berlin night.
I
dog.
know.
Like, with no phones, no cameras. That's sick. Like
Yeah.
you drop them off at the door. That'd be crazy.
I know.
Just separately.
Yeah. So like.
Just an idea. So.
Yeah. No. So I was just like, ugh, that energy is just incredible, and I just feel like I brought that back with me and applied it to everything.
Yeah. So how did you feel like the music that you were making changed from before Berlin to after?
It like honestly wasn't like a sonic inspiration. Like it didn't like I wasn't like I want to make Berlin music or I want to make dance music. It was just like that mindset of like freedom and like fluidity and doing whatever the fuck you want that bled into everything. So that made me want to take more risks. That made me want to be more weird. That made me want to just experiment and try things.
What was the kind of music like in Berlin? Like what was the kind of music they were playing at clubs?
Only techno.
But
it's Berlin
It's
techno.
Berlin techno.
That's different.
So-
like, and I just can't explain it because I will just never do it justice. Like, you just need to be standing there. If there's one place you're gonna go in your life, it's New York and Berlin, because you just need to be standing there, and you need to live it. It's like, I was asked about it so much when I got home from it, and like, what was it like? And I was just literally like, I can't explain it. You have to go. And that's like the most annoying answer ever. And I hate that
you're
answer.
the worst for that.
I know, it's like so annoying. But I wouldn't be doing it justice if I like tried to explain it
and
because
condense
it's a feeling. Like it was literally like an out of body experience every time I was just like there. Like I would just close my eyes and I would just like feel it, and I could just be whatever I want. Like it's the most magical place.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know that like be whatever you want feeling? That's the feeling I got from moving here.
That's amazing. Yeah, and that's how New York is as well. So that is a similarity.
There's a touch
It's just the way that it works.
Oh, it's a
and
different flavor.
The times you feel it are very different.
Yeah, I would say like I don't know what it feels like in Berlin, but in New York for me, like it feels a lot like this city is so chaotic and there's so much bullshit happening that it's kind of like people don't have time to look at you.
Yeah, they don't.
It's not really an acceptance and more of just like a neglect.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more of a just like, all right.
That's
you know what I mean?
exactly what it is.
So it's like if I'm walking down the street singing to myself, people are like, all right,
Yeah.
at least he's not hitting anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, like we're here.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's different, but it's like that is my favorite feeling ever, which is why I just love Berlin so much.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the first episode of the Juliet Ivy podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a blast running this interview, if y'all couldn't tell. So I'm very excited to get the second episode out to y'all. And as usual, that'll be out in 2 weeks' time. Until then, if you enjoyed the show, you can rate it 5 stars wherever you get your podcast, wherever you're listening to this. It really helps boost the little show along. And if you want to support the show directly, you can at patreon.com/thankyouforeverything. And yeah, that's it. I'm Bryce, and thank you for everything. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything.